Okay, I'm gonna have another go at another watercolor miniature here. And I usually double up my lines. You'll see most of the time I double up my lines for the ink part. I'm gonna have a field that's gonna go across here, and we have several trees, some that are just peeking out behind other ones. This is a scene I see quite often between where I live and a major city just north of us, which is Peterborough. And it's something that's just sort of burnt into my memory. But doubling up the lines like that sort of gives your painting, your line work, a lot of mass. All right, so that's it for the drawing. We're gonna make up get some watercolor going here. And I'm using Sennelier paint. And I'm just gonna leave some space where my clouds are gonna be. And when you're working miniature like this, you really have to sort of take into account, it's very hard to extract. It's not impossible to extract paint, but it's fairly difficult. So I try to not use any extraction like with a brush or a tissue or anything. I do sometimes, but most of the time I don't. And I'm going to take care of some of these trees in the distance first. And like I said, I'm just using Sennelier watercolor. So I'm just going to do some of these a little bit like that. And just try to touch it, don't try to touch it too much, I guess is my general rule. A lot of this, a lot of these right now, a lot of these fields are sort of in their peak, so most of them have a very golden kind of a color to them. And I'm trying to not touch one color into the next, because I'm really trying to keep it from bleeding together so that we can maintain the color differences. So I'm going to let this dry. Okay, so it took out a couple of seconds to dry, but back here, going to put in some nice sort of lemon yellow for these couple of fields right here. I'm using Sennelier paint. I'd love to know what kind of paint you use. I think there's such a great variety of paints today that everybody's using something different. So I'd love to hear from you and see what kind of paint everybody's using. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker. Just gonna add a little bit of blue to this. All right. Now that's pretty small. A little bit of a bleed there that I don't really want. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker up here too. A little bit more intense. All right, I think that's it. It's a little bigger than my thumb. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what kind of paint you're using. And thanks for checking it out. If you're currently a subscriber, I thank you very much. And if you're not currently a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks a lot. Have an awesome day.